And there was a day of judgment against all those who had committed crimes against Michael Jackson. And the Lord said that these criminals had attacked the spirit of childhood. And there was a day of jailing of these criminals. And they were arrested by songs. And their eyes were rolling out of their cases, for they had abused Michael Jackson by their lying eyes. And other eyes were melting in their cases because they had been racistic to Michael Jackson. And other eyes were pierced by heavenly sword because they were eyes of hate. And there was a huge judgment on the evil eye. And portals in heaven opened themselves, and the spirit of childhood was restored. And the chest muscles of men were melting away, for they had locked the spirit of childhood up for such a long time. And other chest muscles were eaten by heavenly snakes, because they had impersonated judges, and they had ruled by false motives. And there was a day of judgment on the chest muscles of men, for they had exploited children, and deceived them with lies. And their feet were tied together, and they were thrown in a lake. And monsters came forth from the lake to eat them. And they were called liars and child haters. And there was a small portal through which only children could enter. And they came in a new land where adults could not terrorize them anymore, and where the spirit of money could not haunt them anymore. And the children brought many songs to an altar, and they were given their imagination back. And a voice spoke, "Do not hinder the children, as for those is the kingdom of heaven." And Michael Jackson sat on a throne, with a crown and precious clothings, holding a golden rod with gems. And children came to him, and they sat on his lap, while he told them stories. And he brought them to a place, where all their tears were wiped off their faces. And he brought them to huts with sheep, where they could sleep and rest. And the children received dreams of joy and healing, and could enter new worlds. And they could leave their old worlds and lives behind, and saw them transform into music, songs, and instruments. And Michael Jackson was their teacher of music, and taught them how to handle their instruments.